That's what this whole thing is, right? Just random thoughts that we decided to record.
That's what any podcast is.
Yeah, they're not always so random. Have you watched? Oh wait, you don't have Hulu, right? Oh, you need to talk to me about that. The Murdoch show on Hulu. I'm totally into that.
Yeah, not yet.
They have a companion podcast. The story is so unreal, you forget it's like it happened. It's crazy. You know the story, right?
Oh, no, I don't remember.
He basically shot his wife and son because he was a lawyer who was hooked on OxyContin and he was stealing millions from his own law firm that was his family's law firm. And to deflect the investigations that were starting to happen about his financial crimes, he killed his wife and son.
What the hell?
Yeah,
That-
he was a personal injury, so he wasn't a good human, I would say.
Yeah.
And they were like, you don't mess with that family somewhere in backwoods of South Carolina. Like they were the most powerful family in the swamp. Um, like his kid had basically was an asshole and got drunk and killed like his friend's girlfriend because he shouldn't have been driving the boat they were on and he crashed into a pole or something and she died. And anyway, there's a podcast, companion podcast for that, which is what I thought about listening to that, but I don't know if I'm that into it. And those aren't random thoughts. Those are there's part of the angle is I think I'm getting sick, man. I can't clear my throat. The investigative journalist that started connecting all the dots together. So I think the podcast is hers. So I'm not sure that
Cool.
yes and no. I'm not sure I want it from her angle.
The one who did the investigating?
Yeah. I mean, some parts of it, but I'd like for a more neutral platform. In the show, I
Yeah.
was kind of annoyed at her because, like despite what the hell's going on, you kind of like the family, and then she's like trying to fuck it all up. You're like, stop that, leave him alone. Uh, so it's kind of funny.
You know what else I forgot to watch was Welcome to Derry.
I knew you were gonna say that. I told him so you were gonna say.
Yeah,
That sucks because we so have to talk about that.
I
I
know.
think, well, I honestly think we need just an entire episode on Welcome to Derry because, my God.
Yeah, we
Damn.
kind of might need to do like. I kind of want to hurry up and finish this and just do some Welcome to Dairy podcasting. There's a
We
lot to
could
talk about.
Yeah.
we could do that.
What is it? I think it's going to be what, 8 episodes, 8 or 10. So I've seen the first three, and the first one oh wait. So Amber, you haven't seen any of it?
No.
Yeah, never mind. It's kind of Game of Thrones like, I guess. Don't get used to anybody, I guess is what I would say.
Kind of.
And then it's like what, I've seen 3 episodes and I haven't seen fucking Pennywise yet. God damn it! It's like Jaws. They're like he must be broken or something.
Skarsgård is broken.
You never know. He's busy doing other movies. I just saw Hulu somewhere. I was looking up Netflix. He's in some new creepy movie. Maybe not new, but I just saw it.
Skarsgård is?
Yeah, it's a horrible story because I can't remember what I'm talking about. Netflix. Amber, you'll be happy to know the room looks different than last time you were here.
Happy and not surprised.
Well, I decided I'm not buying a couch right now because I don't feel like spending the money. So I had
Yeah.
to make the couch work without sticking out in the middle of the room. So I just basically kicked the desk out of the way and put that against the window and moved the couch down against the wall. And the
We'll
dogs
see.
immediately started running around the living room and fighting. So they were big fans. They go
I
daycare.
like. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Tomorrow's the one day, or tomorrow's the one day a week we both work in the office. So, we were getting, Fresno on anxiety medicine now. Our dogs, I think, are the most spoiled dogs on the planet. I think they're on more drugs than we are. Fiona's on Dosaquin and super secret Chinese medicine. some herbal blends for her joints, and and you probably wouldn't recognize her because she's running around like crazy now, like she was when we first got her. It's kind of crazy. So
Yeah.
I don't know what's in that Chinese stuff, but she's not coming off it anytime soon. So tomorrow's our one day in the office. So instead of leaving them home, and we got mixed results with Fred when we left him home all day. So I think his anxiety would kick in, and sometimes he would, eat headphones or eat my new Adidas shoes
Mm.
or my new Eagles Crocs that I called Crocs and told them their strap broke. And they asked me for a picture. So I angled the picture strategically so they couldn't tell how the strap broke and they couldn't see the bite marks. So they sent me a new pair. So,
Yay.
yeah. Uh, so it was better to put Fred in daycare than it was to leave him home all day.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Um this is a daycare they've been to before.
they've been going for about a month or two, more than a month, maybe not two. So and like Halloween, they had some $10. It's a new place that opens. It's $10 special, and there was probably 15 dogs there, like the entire day, which is more than they've ever had. They were having a blast chasing everybody around. And we take them to the dog park on weekends, and whenever more than two dogs run at the same time, the two of them have to follow them because it's like that pack thing.
Yeah.
So once you get to three, it's a pack, and we're gonna go see what's going on. So anyway, all right, here we got a book to
And
talk about. Unless
I
you got,
think we are 7 minutes in and we haven't mentioned it once.
it's okay. Still not sure if I would care about it if it wasn't a Stephen King book. And I'm not sure why Dan needs to be Danny. It's just, I'm having trouble with that
What I think
connection.
is funny is that he's Tony's dad now too.
Yeah.
Then he got weird. He like took a left turn. Yeah. So last time, remember Tony definitely didn't get older, right?
Yeah, no, it was confirmed. I wrote that down. Like he stayed a kid.
Which is confusing if that changes who Tony is, right? Because he was Danny when he was older. So now that's clearly not who he is. Is he the same Danny when he was older from 20 years ago? That
He's
sounds
just
like some kind
Tony.
of, it's a horrible purgatory, if you ask me.
I just love how he says Tony's or Aber calls him Tony's dad.
Yeah, I think that's the best way she knows how to think of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, how did Abra find Dan when she was 2 months old? She just like wrote on his blackboard or something.
Well, yeah, yeah. I was gonna say he wrote her name down, but it was probably not long after that that she started writing on his blackboard.
But I think didn't he write it down because of like she was influencing him or something, or
Yeah, he was reading something from her.
like is he the only other shining person on the East Coast?
I guess so.
Within 100-mile radius, probably.
Yeah, is there geographic limitations to the shining? I
All
guess
the
not.
others,
Dick was in Florida. That was pretty far.
I say everybody else gets eaten by the true knot.
Yeah.
Not the greatest people, not people at all. Not the greatest. I don't know. On the one hand, God, they're awful. On the other hand, well, if it's food, then that's how you're gonna treat things. I love the twist where like the more you scream, the better it tastes. Like that's so bad. That's so awful. They were.
Yeah.
It's very War of the Worlds like, by the way, with the whole. Oh my God, the disease, the human diseases is what killed them.
Yeah, I remember writing that down and I was like, they didn't know, but something was brewing. I'm like, oh yeah, what is it? And then I was like, oh, measles. Interesting.
I
Well,
guess
how?
the question. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, it's fine. That just seemed so random. Like, measles gets passed through steam, which lies dormant for 2 years. Like, what?
Well, why now? How old are these people? And how did this whole thing get started? Because they don't seem there's no like ancient or old ones. Nobody's more than like a 102 years old. So, and so in the last, whatever, 200 years, nobody's never caught a rube disease until now. So why? Because
Yeah.
I mean, they eat Shining for like a living, so that's not what it was. Very, very convenient, maybe I'll say it that way.
Yeah. It does seem like it was just to knock them down a little bit. And like, well, it's like, but you created it.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of the name. I don't know. True Knot. What does that mean? We're the True Knot and we endure. Well, no, you don't. The guy's dying in front of you. Uh, I mean, it's kind of a yeah. I don't get him. I don't understand the True Knot. I need some backstory. I need a longer book with like about 200 pages of what the hell happened in 1800 to Rose when she became a True Knotter. I think she's the first one, right? That's the impression I get anyway.
Can't really tell.
Yeah, it would make sense to since she's the leader,
Yeah,
but
she definitely is.
who knows?
But she seems to imply that they have like ancient power because she said like when Abra was fighting her, she's like, "You're just a little girl. I have the power of the true knot." But I guess she means
Right.
all of them.
Thought she was gonna go all He-Man or something. I have the power. Yeah, Abra's scary because she is clearly way too confident, and something's gonna happen because of that.
Yeah,
Because she's like, they don't want to fuck with me. I'll fucking hurt her. Like, you're not like, they deal with people like you for a living. You might be like the most powerful one they've seen in some time, if ever, but they still
are
have tricks up their
strong.
sleeve that you're not considering. It's not like this never came up before.
Yeah, you're not invincible.
Yeah. Well, and she might be the most powerful one they've seen in a while, but like she has the confidence of a kid. She's like, nothing bad has happened to me thus far, so nothing bad can happen to me.
Yeah,
Ever. And it's not gonna
I think I'd be a
something's
little
gonna come.
more scared if psychic vampires are coming to eat me as painfully as possible.
Yeah.
I might be confident, but goddamn, that's this isn't yeah, this is going to have to end in the here and now. This isn't the thing we can keep doing. Uh, and we went from like the beginning of the book when they recruited Andy, recruited, I guess is one way to put it. That was the 80s, right? And then we did like some kind of 20-year time jump or 10-year or something because yeah, like Abra's what? Abra's dating or something now, or
she's
Dad was worried she
13.
was pregnant. So yeah, she's a Jesus, Theory 13. Oh God. Anyway, so we did some kind of time jump there. It wasn't really clear what was going on. We just kind of danced around. So Andy's been there for a while now,
Yeah,
and we haven't had. She's the new guy, right? We haven't had anybody since then.
I don't think so.
What's the criteria here? How do we decide? Why? I still don't understand why you would make new people because I don't know what to call them. When you barely have enough food to sustain. And there was the whole thing about there was one can of steam left, and then 10 years went by, and we like, yeah, fuck it. I guess they worked it out.
Well, they found some.
Yeah, they like went to an earthquake or something and fucking feasted on them. Like, but why do we have the whole steam crisis? Like, is that going to come up again? I guess that's why they
Well,
have to have
that's
Abra maybe establishing some kind of precedent.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's why they need her.
Well, and why they want to like essentially farm her and not just kill her and take it as a
Well, so much
one-time
worse
thing.
if that works. Like they're gonna Tommy knocker her ass, like hook her up to some fucking wires and
Yeah,
Yeah.
suck the stuff out of her for the rest of her for the next 50 years.
yeah, that sounds horrible.
Well,
And
especially
you know,
they need to. I think we said this in the last episode, but they need to Monster Inc. it and like make them laugh instead of torturing them.
Adults are scared of
Because
things that go bump in the night.
yeah, the idea of torturing someone continuously to farm food from them is just horrendous.
Yeah.
Isn't that what is it Daybreakers? There's too many vampires in the world and not enough humans, so there's humans that are just like, you know, a food source like a cow. I think it's
Happens in
Daybreakers.
a different series you could probably guess.
I know what you're gonna say because I think we said this last time. So stupid passage to nowhere. I actually almost started. I can't decide whether I want to go Robert Jordan or the passage. Um, actually, I'm behind on. I forgot to read fucking Never Flinch. I like downloaded it and then forgot I had it.
He makes a Jodi Picoult reference, and I'm like, hey, hey, I know that one.
Wait, who's that?
She wrote a bunch of um like ethical question kind of books where it was like she did like My Sister's Keeper and um I can't remember any of the other ones, but it would just be like I feel like they were probably written for girls my age at the time. I read like all of
Yeah.
her books.
She wasn't Sophie's Choice, was she?
I don't think so, but that's basically what My Sister's Keeper was.
Yeah.
What was Sophie's Choice? I forgot. Anybody know? Nobody remembers. I keep thinking of Silkwood instead of Sophie's Choice. Like both Meryl Streep.
I do not know.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure I never saw that actually. That sounds like not something that's up my alley.
No.
I forget the hell we were talking about. So, Abra Cadabra. He had to think about that for a minute. He was like, "Oh, I get it." Like, come on, seriously, dude. I think it was the email or something.
Yeah. He said clever. I'm like, hardly.
Freaking Sophie's Choice is a movie. Now I feel dumb.
Well, I knew that, but it's not based on a book, I guess. I just assumed it was. Yeah, who cares? We're not going down that road. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, so the end of part two is just, I guess, Abra and Dan talking. I love how he's all careful about like being seen with a man and a girl. Like, yeah, that is it would draw suspicion. Funny how, when he was writing that in the 80s, that would have been the last thing on his mind. And I think when was this? Like 2014, 2013? Oh, that was before all the movement started. That was like COVID, right? 2020. Um anyway, it's funny how things change. But he's because that was the first thing I'm thinking, like, oh, you're just sitting like at a park with a little girl? Like, no, that would not be suspicious at all. And then like her like schoolmate comes by who's like the big gossip and the loudest mouth in the entire class and she never shuts up. They
Yeah.
all like mind tricked her. Nothing to see here.
You're not interested.
Yeah, they should go like I don't know, influence juries or something. They could make a lot of money.
Juries?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of a good one. Something where they can change people's minds.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, don't let the government find out first of all.
Or
Oh,
kind of like, oh God, we read it, Low Men in Yellow Coats,
yeah.
where the kid like plays the card game and he's like, I know where it is because you know where it is.
yeah. Yeah, you could go to Vegas.
Ugh.
What Vegas is like Or I was like, yeah, we won too much, so they kicked us out. I'm like, wait, that shouldn't be a thing. They get mad that you win too much. So what?
Yeah.
Like,
Be lucky,
if
that's
you
all it
lose too much, they don't kick you out, right? They let you keep playing. Yeah, damn it, I lost my train of thought again. One of them days. I've been up, couldn't sleep last night. I've been up since like 4:30. Yeah, wow, what can you do?
We had been talking about them like farming steam from Abra though, and I'm sorry, the visual of Rose with one giant like tooth tusk thing for her, like that's how they feed. That's just not scary.
Did they all
I
have
find
one
it,
big buck tooth?
yeah,
Yeah.
like that's how they take the steam, I guess, and it's just that seems more comical to me. I don't know. It's
Think in the movie they just kind of inhale it. They don't break out a giant like fang. It makes me think of Looney Tunes or something. Yeah, that's not definitely not scary. It's not. It's kind of weird. I guess the tooth is for causing pain. Maybe I guess they are vampires if they have. I don't think he gave it enough thought as to what these things actually were, or he didn't explore it far enough. He never really gives it thought when it gets started. And why do they all have to have nicknames? And what
I
does
guess.
Barry the Chink mean? Because I hope that's not what it means. I hope it's like something ironic that, like calling him curly or something.
No, they said it. It's because his eyes are kind of slanted.
yeah.
So it's totally what it means.
Yeah.
Interesting. Not really. So the True Knot's a bunch of racists.
Who chooses
Uh,
the
yeah, but so they're not that old, but they have like Knights Templar money or Talamasca money. Anybody watching that? I watched like
No.
three of
No.
those. There's all kind of Anne Rice stuff going on too. They got the vampires and the witches and the Talamascas. I like the Talamasca angle because she never actually wrote anything from that angle. She probably should. Can't say what she should have done. It doesn't matter now. I wonder why she never did because that's there's so many rabbit holes to go down if you take it from their point of view.
Yeah.
She may have been out of supernatural writing by then, though.
Well, what do you mean?
Didn't she switch to like Christian books?
No, she started with like smut books and then that's why there's like her, her supernatural beings are very sexified. And then she went from like romance to, I guess you'd say horror. I don't know. She woke up one day and wrote Interview with the Vampire instead of, Misery's Revenge.
Maybe I'm thinking about someone else. I don't know. I'm also brain is
But she did
not
it.
highest levels.
She did it the other way around. She went to horror second. Not, uh, Clive Barker says he hates the books that he wrote, which is stupid because they're the only good ones.
Mm-mm.
People are like, "Oh my God, you should write a sequel to this." He's like, "I will never go back to that." I'm like, "Oh, damn, dude." He's got some of my favorite non-Stephen King books. He's got one that we need to do one day whenever we get around to other authors. Whenever we run out of material. If the
Right.
Funny.
source would stop making more material faster than I can read them, that would be great.
Would it?
He's
I said, would it?
no, because I don't really want it. I don't remember a life without a Stephen King book like every 6 months. It's great. I was
Mhm.
fortunate to live at the same time. Although some of them damn Dark Towers took years to get back to. Flanagan said that he's a huge fan of the beginning and the series movie, whatever he's starting with, will start at the beginning, just like the book. Well, yeah, you kind of have to do that at this point
Yeah.
because the movie was so bad. You have to make up for that too. On the Fire Start, I mean, movie who shall not be named was on the Watch Mojo worst ever Stephen King movie list. It's got to be bad when the '80s version is way better than the new version.
Yeah.
Well, it was Drew Barrymore, and she's always been awesome. Uh, so there's all kind of I can barely keep up with the movies in my head that are coming out. Like I saw the monkey, so I have to still have to see Life of Chuck and The Long
The
Walk.
Black Phone too.
I mean, I'm not gonna put that on my Stephen King list. That could just go. That can just go on my I'll watch it when I get there list.
Yeah.
And I'm not joking. See what I did there?
Uh-huh.
Did he write the second one?
I don't
Does he
think
have
so.
anything? Yeah, that was based on the first one was it a book or he was more of graphic novels I think than actual books, but he does have books now. And I
Yeah,
think
Black
like
Phone was a short story.
it was a what?
It was a short story.
His dad knows a little something about that. You know they made. Have you guys ever? Yeah, you gotta watch Derry. There's a angle that is kind of cool that I really got to talk about,
I will watch it after
and it's
tonight.
very relevant to what we're doing right now. So,
Yes.
then I was like, why has this never happened before? Because anyway, let me get off of that before I start giving shit away.
I want to talk about it too.
I
You guys
know.
can talk about it. I don't care.
It
All
kind of
right.
it changes his story, but I like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. His before. Yeah. I mean, it's cool. So one of our peeps is in Derry in the '50s, and the timeline gets hard because the movie changed the shit to the '80s. So the TV show is the kid's parents from first movie, the 2017 movie. I think. Did I say that right?
Uh,
The kid's
sort
parents when
of.
they were kids. So
Yes.
there's all kinds of Easter eggs like Hanlon's and anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. But the timeline gets a little wonky because they change it. And then if you watch the opening credits, you can see the Bradley gang, the Black Spot, uh, and something else. I forgot what it was. I have to watch them again. So
Uh,
there's it's just
yeah.
Easter eggs falling out your ears.
Well,
Well, that
literal Easter eggs because Kitchener Iron Works is the other.
right, right, okay.
Ha ha ha.
The
And
Easter
Newbolt
egg hunt
Street.
and
Oh
what?
my God, Newbolt Street. Yeah, you haven't watched episode 4. That's coming.
I haven't. Nice. Right? I kind of don't care about fucking Doctor Sleep right now. I care about. Yeah. Anyway, psychic. They try to eat her. They fail. The end. Moving on.
Yeah. Wait, they try to
Hmm.
eat who?
Ever. I was
Oh,
wrapping
right.
up the book real quick so we can talk about other stuff.
Minus, we still have a third left to read.
This is actually kind of like The Shining. I was like, damn, this is that long. Like, I didn't remember it being that long.
Well, it's not even that long.
It
Yeah.
was. I got 672 on The Shining and 644 on this one. So it's. I mean, long is relative.
I mean, no offense, but I still like this one more than The Shining.
Yeah.
It's different. He's definitely better at some of the pacing stuff. Well, some of this I just didn't care about. I don't know what it is.
There's a lot of it. I mean, the whole thing with like going to Aber's dad, which I know they had to do, but it's like I don't know. I felt like that was took a while.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing I'd have done is said, "Well, you're gonna sit there until my wife gets here because there's no way we're having this conversation without her." because she's out of town, right? So nobody's even told her about this. Oh, we're gonna go use Abra as bait. Well, she won't be bait because there's no risk or anything. I forget how they worded it. But
Well, he doesn't want to risk upsetting his wife right now because she's worried about her mom.
Momo.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's something going on there, right? Is she gonna like make some big secret like declaration that's gonna help them beat the truth out? She's like they can't go out at night.
Maybe.
She's on. I feel like she's always known what Abra was, right? Kind of. Where they're like Abra seems to have more of a connection with her on, or she has some kind of she shines a little bit. Isn't that what her it is? But not like uh Abra. Nobody shines like Abra.
I honestly don't remember.
I think a little bit.
She's not dead yet, right? That she's just visiting her, and I don't know. I'm
No,
assuming she dies. I don't actually know that.
but Lucy was talking to David about like we need to put her in a hospice. Oh no, she has a spot at right at Dan's.
At Dan's Hot Spice,
Yeah, hot
Yeah.
spice.
he's so great at that. Oh, he's got kids and grandkids, so he's probably heard that. It's one hell of a coincidence that she ended up at Dan's job, right? So
Yeah,
I was kind of thinking like, oh, come on, really?
There are no
feels
coincidences.
Yeah,
yeah.
and maybe no one's ever said, fuck you, cat, get out, but guess what? I would say that. That's just like weird. He has a thing with cats, and I'm not gonna say he likes them or doesn't like them because I'm not real sure. I don't think he trusts them. Uh,
That's
Remember he's like sleepwalkers or
a good
uh,
point.
a cat's eye. I mean, you guys have seen that, right? I know you have, Anna.
I think he respects them as he should.
Yeah, but he doesn't really like them. But he respects their role in the annals of horror. Um, I think she's trying to feed the dog, or she did. Fred just came running out here, like he was trying to escape or something. Uh, she made feeding a Amber sees how it goes down on the floor. And anyway, I feel like I don't feel like talking about this book because I keep going off on other places.
Or apparently, yeah. I don't know.
I did catch and I had to reread a little bit to remember where in the section it was, but when he was telling John the story of what happened when he was a kid, he said there are other worlds than these.
I know. I did a double
Uh,
take.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, are we going 19?
that'd be nice. I was kind of like different than you, Amber. I was like, oh come on, really, come on, like come on, just because no, actually that would have been after Wind Through the Keyhole, so he wouldn't have been like immersed in any Dark Tower stuff at the time.
Yeah, just to have the exact same phrasing, I was like,
And he's
he.
like, I like the guys. Who is it? The doctor's answer. He's like, uh-huh. And have you seen these worlds? He's like, and how crazy are you? Because he like gave him a look like he didn't trust him anymore or something. He's like, no, and but that was so the ghosty people who I just assumed were dead, ghosts are travelers from other worlds. Dan was like, no, but I've seen them. Aber calls them ghosty people. Like, wait a minute. So the ghosts aren't ghosts and the things in The Shining now or something from did he like just wrap that in a neat little ball and make it like a Dark Tower thing?
I mean, I feel like ghosts are from another world.
Another plane of existence.
That's where they are now. That's not where they're from, right? They're from us.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess anything's possible in a tower. All things serve to beam and all that. Maybe there are worlds where everybody's dead, and we'll call it heaven. Sounds kind of creepy when you say it out loud. I don't think I want to go to an afterlife where everybody's dead. Saw that. Call that 28 days later. I saw what that's like. We have to do a marathon of that. Watch all three of them. I haven't finished the third one because I kind of want to watch them all. Have you?
Yeah,
Has anybody seen them?
not the last one.
Yeah, I've seen one and two.
Yeah. I love the twist where he's like leaves his wife to die and then she doesn't die. Like, oh hey, you're alive. Uh, anyway, Abra. Uh, back to her.
Mhm.
Mm. So, I mean, this part is basically like what her and Dan getting to know each other, I guess you'd say, and the True not getting closer. So I'm not real sure how they figured out who she was. How did the earthquake led them to her somehow? I don't really
Yeah.
know. And how did she cause that earthquake? I don't think I was clear on that. What was she doing? And why is that the only time that ever happened, if that's a thing?
Well, wasn't that when she and Rose switched places for the first time and Rose was trying to like track her essentially and she was like, "No, get out of my head."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what.
And her reaction of "No, get out of my head" was so strong that I guess she shook the street. I don't know.
I think, yeah, I
So
think
Abra could rip the world in half if she wanted.
it felt like an earthquake, but it was like her power, like,
It wasn't an actual earthquake.
right.
New England was shaking because she was so mad or scared or whatever.
Yeah.
Her street was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It was very localized. That's true. Yeah, it wasn't New England. That whole that was that's when she got too confident because okay, so Dan said set an alarm, so she set a trap. So I'm sitting here and he's like, Amber, I said just set an alarm. What was she supposed to do when the alarm went off? Nothing.
Yeah, I
Like
think a
well,
trap
she
was
was just supposed
smart.
yeah, she
Yeah.
was just supposed to let her root around in her head and like tell Dan what happened. Like I don't know. The trap was where you had to go, but she probably should have let her go, right? I mean, on the one hand, she's finding out what she can do. On the other hand, don't find out that you can't do that the hard way. 'Cause this is
Yeah.
what uncharted territory, and like she's got kid confidence. She's like, "Pfft, nothing bad will happen to me. That happens to other people.
Well, yeah, because that interaction, because she caught Rose so off guard, she got touching up her hand, so now she thinks she's like unbeatable.
Yeah, and now she's even worse because she fucked her Rose up. She, I guess you would say, won that one, that confrontation.
Yeah,
And
I would say
Rose's hand
so.
is bruised or beaten or battered or something from the whole thing, even though it was all like in their minds. She has physical damage, which I was like, okay.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Why doesn't Amber just like, I don't know, psychically connect to Rose and stop her heart from beating? Something like that.
I guess it doesn't work like that.
Apparently
Well,
not.
and I mean, at this point, who says that there's even a heart to stop beating?
I think they said something about that at some point. Somewhere connected to the measles pumping the blood through the baseball boy's blood or something. Or maybe they don't. I don't. I mean, who knows? I don't think he knows the rules. We should ask Robin, see what she.
But she also was able to get like information during that exchange too, which probably made her even cockier.
Very Jonesy like, I gotta say, with the file
Mhm.
drawers. That also made one of the worst ever lists, which I don't agree with. Well, the movie wasn't great, but I liked Dreamcatcher.
Mm.
Mm. And the way they die is kind of terrifying. So they're not when I guess they're like vampires. They just disappear when they die. Um, I don't know. Are they really there? I like how he's like, oh, I could give him, a shot, but it would just be like make the bed wet in 10 seconds when he disappears again. Like so, and I think with Grandpa Flick, right, that disappeared or cycled or died, whatever it is. Like he was
Yeah.
like in pain and looking at her, so he could and like aware that he was like fading in and out of existence. On the one hand, what a way to go. On the other hand, you're not exactly nice to anyone you've ever met in a long time. So why do they ride around in RVs? I don't know. It seems he tries to like do this whole thing about how they're inconspicuous, but I feel like a traveling RV caravan would be somewhat conspicuous. I just gotta tell you.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's not something you see every day. So when you see, you're like, oh, hey.
Well,
Oh, no.
especially if it was like one of them, it'd be like, okay, whatever. But if it's a whole caravan, it's like, what?
Right.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how many times do you see more than one RV traveling together?
Yeah.
We call that a
Other
convoy,
than in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
right? Or a tour bus, caravan or something. Yeah, and they're like they're super rich for people that haven't been around that long. He just like makes up like, yeah, they got investments here and this there, and so they have money. So let's just move on from that.
do that for me too.
Yeah, right? I don't feel like talking about that anymore. So they're rich, deal with it. Anyway, rubes. I like what was it rubella? A rube, a disease named rube for the rubes. Uh, so the True Knot are still into all the physical stuff, which is I have questions, but I'm not going to ask them. Just saying. The whole cycling thing makes me wonder some things. Can they have kids? Can they have little True Knots? I'm assuming no.
Mini knots?
I mean,
Now I want garlic knots.
ooh,
Yeah, those little mini. What did I get from Burger King? Little mini cinnies, mini knot. What's a false knot? The hell does True Knot mean? What's the knot? What are they tying? I'm overthinking the name, I guess. He needs to
yes.
write like Shining Part 3 and like work all this shit out. Or Robin needs to like advise on a graphic novel and tell him what to write. Uh, and oh wait, that was this part, right? Where Momo saw all the not Momo. The old lady saw all the dead people and Dick was talking through her mouth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. I was like, Dick, hey.
Getting a lot of you recently.
Right. I like how he went to like look him up and he's like, there's no way he's alive. And like he wasn't. I'm like, well, it's been like he was fucking, you know, 80 and 30 years ago. Goddamn. You'd be asking a lot for him to be alive. Uh,
Was he? I thought he was 60 in the
I
first
don't know
one.
how old he was. I remember the movie just the way the actor walked, he just seemed like he was 1,000 years old because he gets like bow-legged. So he was probably like 55 for all I know. But damn, I just said my own. It's weird being the same age as old people, isn't it?
Sure.
I have a well, you'll get there. Don't worry about
I wasn't.
it. What did he say in this one? That was Doctor Sleep, right? Oh yeah, it's Billy Freeman. The good thing about getting old is you don't have to worry about dying young.
Yeah, that one made me laugh.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, you have to, I guess, but by the time you get to appreciate that, it's too late, right? You don't know it at the time. You don't know you're not gonna die young till you get old.
Yeah. Well, and that's the number one thing that the number one advice I get from older people are don't get old. And I'm like, well,
I disagree because what's the other option?
I was gonna say the other alternative doesn't sound good either. So,
Yeah, you could be like the monks on, I think it was The Unbelievable, that the Buddhist monks that buried themselves alive to mummify themselves because it works better or some weird shit to attain enlightenment. They're like alive and they go like mummify themselves and bury themselves. It's
ugh.
weird. Yeah,
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm good.
that used to be a thing too. You could buy a coffin with a bell in it. But I was thinking about that, and I've seen some of these cemeteries. You could ring that bell for weeks and nobody would ever hear,
Yeah, right.
especially in the winter. At least there's, mowing the lawn in the summer, but you're not going to hear a bell if you got a lawn.
I'll just be cremated. I don't have to worry about it.
That is also true. I see no point in that would change the whole vampire book, wouldn't it?
And zombies.
Yeah, I was gonna say zombies too.
Yeah, it's true. So we just, that would be that's how Walking Dead should have ended. Like they just started cremating everybody. Fuck it. And that's another one. At some point, there's going to be way more zombies than humans, and there's not going to be, you know, do the zombies die if they don't eat, or I don't know what the word is, expire?
Depends on the storyline. I have no idea. I'm not an expert.
We make up the rules as we go. Um, get away, you bitch! Leave me alone, or I'll fucking kill you. Yeah, I have weird nicknames. Who's the nickname person? Who picks a nickname? Yeah, like does everybody like put all the names in the hat and they pick the best one? And what's the drug that they're like waiting for? She's like, hey, will they wait while we go deal while this guy dies? Because we're supposed to do nothing but meditate for a week, but we got like a schedule to keep, so we're only gonna give him 2 days.
It's
I
the
think it
one that
was.
will knock or make
So it's
the
some
what?
unnamed wonder drug. Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah.
So he's taking some shortcuts, and it's very. My God, he must have been like knee deep in Alcoholics Anonymous when he wrote this.
Yeah,
And that's what I remember from the first time. I was a little like, okay, enough already. Like, let's get on with this. But it's like wrapped in through the whole. I guess it's part of Dan's. I mean, alcohol, I guess, is part of Dan's story.
I would
I like
say
how
very
he's like,
much.
what'd you say?
Well, very much so, because I mean that was a huge plot point of The Shining, so
Yeah.
it makes sense for it to carry over into this book, both the drinking part and the being sober part.
Yeah, what what did he call it? Knife edge sobriety or something for his dad. Like his dad was never comfortable at sobriety.
Yeah,
Dan should just. I mean, I don't know why he's like wandering around homeless. Go to Vegas and play cards. Goddamn. Like, go win yourself a town or something. Buy an island, and you can go be an alcoholic or not there.
I mean, I think he likes what he does now.
I think, because he was, I don't know, the whole idea of these ghosts that don't exist anywhere but in his mind, but he has to keep them locked away. But if they get out, do they then they're from other worlds. They're not only in his head, right? that confuses things for me.
Maybe.
It's kind of it creeps me out the thought that like all the Shining ghosts are just locked in his imaginary cell in his head because there's a lot of shit going on there. Every time I have like a some kind of Stephen King list on YouTube, you see the random guy in a dog suit that you have no idea what the fuck that's about if you not if you haven't read the book because it looks very sexual in like the movie and it's actually not at all. I don't think unless in
It
a
kind
weird
of
un.
read that way in the book too.
A little bit, yeah. I got sexual
Well, that guy was
vibes.
just like kind of up his ass. He was like, "Hey, boss." Hey, boss. Sure, boss. I'll dress up like a dog, boss. So I think they were just like making fun of him and seeing what they could get him to do.
Yeah.
Those are nice people. Anyway, there's all those ghosts locked in his head. Is what happens when he dies? Do they go with him?
It's a good
Do they
question.
like do they like join the parade, walking past the hospital room of dead people, like something out of Poltergeist? Did right before I think Dick was talking out of the old lady. What did he say? I can't remember how to word it. Something, the answers in your childhood where the ghosts are or something like that. And he like that's
Something
isn't that
like
one of the last things that happened? Like that he found out that the True Knot was in Sidewinder and their RV park was on top of the Overlook. He's like, of course.
yeah,
He's like, oh, so that's
which
what you meant, you fucker. You should have just said that they're at the Overlook. Ghosts are so vague sometimes. Stop speaking in riddles.
some of us have things to do because we're alive.
Right. I'm the one who has to like, do stuff. All you can do is tell me about it. So you might have all the time in the world. I got to make a plan.
He says, "In your childhood, where every devil comes from." I'm not allowed to say more.
The empty devils. That's what the old lady said. The empty devils. I'm not real sure. And I guess that's ghost. Is that the ghosty people? Empty devils.
No, that's the true knot.
That's yeah,
Oh, the true not the empty.
yeah.
Well, and he did say the only way. How do I stop them? The only way is to kill them, make them eat their own poison.
Oh yeah, I forgot we learned that.
What does that mean?
So that makes me think that even if Abra was able to like reach through and stop Rose's heart, it wouldn't actually like kill her, kill her.
Well, she just pulled it out, like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
What's what is their own poison?
That's what I was wondering. Does that mean like if they eat steam from one of their own, like they can't be cannibals, or is this like some kind of measles? How that showed up?
I don't
Because
know.
measles are clearly poison, but how did that get in there? And why was it poison this time?
Yeah.
Can they still call it rubella if non-rubes get the disease? What is rubella? Then you call it Nutella. Nutella. I like Nutella.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't even know what that one is, other than it's one of the big three that you get at the same time. We're used to. It doesn't always happen anymore. I mean, I think that's all I got, right? It's been an hour. I think it's on the. I keep trying to. Just Kindle stupid. I keep trying to look at the chapters and it keeps going back a page instead. Um,
Yeah, I feel like not a lot really happened.
I mean, Abra and Rose did their thing, and then
Oh yeah.
she met Dan a couple times on a bench and knew what he called the cops. Why did they need to meet in person? Couldn't they just talk from like where they were? Because they clearly could. What was the
Good
advantage?
question. Maybe I ever wanted to.
Or
I see nothing but
maybe
disadvantages in that situation.
maybe they could talk like mentally, I guess, like they do, but by that maybe it's easier if they actually know each other. So because
Yeah.
they hadn't met in person, they didn't have as strong of a link. I don't know. I'm
Maybe
Yeah.
theorizing.
it's like alternating current instead of direct current.
Yeah.
Tommy, 25. So yeah, that's how you say his name. Jim Tomey played for the Phillies, so I was happy about that. Not sure why he chose. That's not the only team he played for, but Stephen King's a Red Sox fan, and he never played for them. So you don't see a lot of baseball guys that aren't Red Sox and Stephen King books. But I'll take
Nice
it.
shout out.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. What was Aber's theory of relativity? We're all related because we're all humans, or something like that.
Basically.
Yeah, not gonna argue. Okay, so we just did part three, right? No,
We
we
did
just did
part
part two.
two.
I don't want to read it. I want to talk about dairy. We should like.
Oh,
We'll get there. Amber has to watch it first.
I'll watch it before next time, I promise.
I think you're right, though. I think we should do separate podcasts just for that, because
Yeah.
you know that's gonna be. We should probably do that first, so I can get all that out of my system, and then we'll go back to.
Have you, speaking of companion podcasts, and I know that's way later speaking of, but have you listened to the Welcome to Dairy one?
I haven't. I will. I should. I'm gonna listen to that one. Yeah.
That, that's also good.
I was thinking about just watching them, because I do watch all the behind. Every episode has a behind the scenes after it, so I watch
Yeah,
all
I
those.
love that.
So I was thinking about just waiting till the second time I watch it to do the podcast, but maybe not. I might do that at work tomorrow, so I can just zone out. Anyway, so part three is where did we leave off? So did they talk David into it? I don't remember where and they got the 80-year-old bodyguard down the road in a pickup. What's Billy Freeman gonna do if something happens?
Nothing.
Right.
No?
Tell someone about it later when he goes to the bar. Like, I don't really know why he's keeping Billy around sneakily, or I don't know how to say. I don't know why he's keeping Billy down the street.
I mean, maybe he's like, oh my god, I forgot our old men heroes.
Geriatric.
Yeah, like the guy, Ted.
Ted Brodigan.
Ted Brannigan. Yeah.
Have you seen Brodigan? We miss him. I cannot look at one of them things and just not go there. It just doesn't happen now.
Yeah, same. Now I'm like, every missing pet poster is suspicious.
Yeah, I want to know what the real message is behind the message, but I'm sure there's nothing. Like, other than I actually get those emails now because Fred's registered on one of them. He's chipped on Home Rescue or something like that. So every time there's a animal goes missing, they email me if it's within like 30 miles.
Yeah, same here.
Home Rescue. They're actually registered on two different ones, which is annoying. Fiona came with a chip, so we had to like transfer the chip, which was annoying because the old people that didn't want the dog anymore we had to like wait for them to not to say it wasn't their dog anymore or not respond.
Yeah.
Like, well, they're awful people. We shouldn't have to talk to them. So I guess what I don't feel like part four is long enough to sustain, right? That's 100 pages.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
mean, part three and four kind of like split the rest, so I don't know if we just want to do both or what.
Yeah,
I
so I have from part three starts at 409 for me, and then author's note, which is basically the end, is 637.
I say just go for it.
So
We can make
end
it
of
three
book.
weeks and do a dairy before we finish the book.
I'm fine with that.
Sure.
How much time do we want to do? Next week or 2 weeks? Must be enough time, can you hear me?
What'd you say?
Must be snack time. I got barking.
Oh yeah. Um, I don't care. Whatever. Whatever works.
I'm good. Wait, let me think about this. I'm good next weekend, and then it's Thanksgiving, and I got time that I'm not doing anything. I think, but going to Hershey and shopping on Friday. So yeah, I can do either one. Next week, 2 weeks. Well, let's call it. Well, the longer we wait, the more episodes come out, so that's tricky. How many episodes is it? Do you remember? Do you know? Is it 10 or 8?
I think it's 8.
So let's do 2 weeks, first 4.
All right. That works.
So that's the. Wait, is that Thanksgiving weekend? What's
Yeah,
today? This isn't a weekend, so we have to backtrack. Thanksgiving is not this weekend; it's next weekend. Yeah, okay. Is everybody good with that?
Sure.
You actually have plans this Thanksgiving, right? Amy? But not all
Not
weekend, I'm assuming.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
All right, well, we'll figure it out. I feel like I should say more about this part, but I don't know. Kind of know how much to say.
It doesn't. I feel
Um,
like it's fine.
yeah. Anyway, all right. Um, End of the podcast. We'll see you in Derry in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Everybody say bye.
bye.